Well, Season of the Splicer has launched, sort of. Currently, everyone is either stuck in orbit or in the tower. When you try to get to another destination, you get hit with honeydew or chicken errors, and it looks like Bungie has taken Destiny 2 offline to try and fix everything. So I'm sure everyone is trying to get things up and running ASAP at Bungie. But while we wait, I thought we could go through some of the new loot that we can chase this season, as the database has been updated and we can have a sneaky look at the loot next season. If you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. Let's go through some of the new things we've got to chase in Season of the Splicer, including weapons, armor and perks. So first of all, we're going to have a look at the new exotics, and we got the Crowsthesia 77k, so this one is an exotic kinetic sidearm, and it comes with LN2 burst. It's got a variable trigger. You press and release to fire individual shots. You hold to fire a charge shot when liquid cooling is active. And you've got liquid cooling, so final blows of the weapon enable a charge shot for a short duration, and targets hit by the shot are instantly frozen at the cost of the weapon's entire magazine. That is really interesting. It probably isn't going to be as much of a problem in PvP as we would have thought, given that it's going to cost the entire magazine, and I think you have to get a kill before you can freeze anyway. So to get this one, you can get it from the Season Pass. It's either on the paid track at rank 1, or you can get it at rank 35 on the free track, but is available to everyone. Next up, we've got the return of the Vex Mythoclast. This is going to be an exotic energy fusion rifle. This one comes with timeless Mythoclast, so this weapon fires a single bolt with each trigger pull. And you've got temporal unlimiter, so defeating targets builds stacks of overcharge. It looks like you've got a swap firing mode when fully overcharged, and in an alternate firing mode you hold the trigger to charge up and fire more powerful linear fusion shots. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but I would imagine that you get this one from the Vault of Glass raid. Well, next up, let's have a look at some of the exotic armor that we've got this season. And first of all, we've got the Path of the Burning Steps, and these are exotic Titan leg armor. This one comes with Firewalker, so solar final blows periodically grant you escalating bonus to weapon damage. You are harder to slow or freeze with stasis. When you break out, you take no damage from doing so, creating a burst of solar energy around yourself. So this one is going to be really popular with the Titans. Stasis, still really overpowered. Good news, if you are a Titan, you can now get these exotic legs. Well, next up, we've got these Star Eater Scales. And these are the new exotic leg armor for the Hunters. So this one comes with Feast of Light. You gain additional super energy from orbs of power that you pick up, and while your super energy is full, picking up an orb of power overcharges your super, causing you to gain a burst of healing when cast, and bonus to your super damage. And at maximum overcharge, you also gain an overshield. Finally, we've got the Warlock legs. And these ones are called the Boots of the Assembler. As I said, exotic Warlock leg armor. And this one comes with Blessing of Order. Standing in a healing rift creates noble seekers that seek out allies that are not in a rift and heal them. So standing in an empowering rift creates noble seekers that grant both you and your ally damage bonus. And each time a noble seeker finds one of your allies, the duration of your rift is briefly extended while you're standing in it. So that is a whole bunch of new exotics that we've got coming this season, so weapons and armor. And I do have a sneaky feeling that we are going to get an exotic quest and a secret exotic weapon this season. So I was just looking in quests earlier here. The Light GG is taking an absolute battering at the moment because everyone is basically looking through the database while we wait. If you scroll down a little bit here, you can see this unnamed item. Hopefully this is going to be a secret exotic. I might be wrong, but hopefully that's going to be a secret exotic later on in the season. I did want to have a look at some of the new legendary weapons. I'm not going to go through all of them because there's loads. I think there's 45 in total, but I wanted to pick out some of the ones of note and maybe focus on some of them that we didn't get to see in the TWAB. The last week in the TWAB, Bungie let us know about a few new legendary weapons. They said there's going to be 30 plus. If you scroll down here at the bottom, you can see there's actually 45 weapons there, so that's really good. And I don't think that's including the reprised weapons as well, although I could be wrong. So I'm doing this quite quickly. But first of all, we've got the Crown Splitter. So this is a legendary Titan power sword. Aggressive frame, so you launch a heavy slam attack, and heavy attacks are stronger with full energy. So we can take a look at that one. Look at that. Very, very Game of Thrones. Very, very cool. This one can also roll with Warper weapons, so you get increased damage against bosses, vehicles and guardians with their super active. Each class does have their own sword, so the Titans have Crown Splitter, Hunters have got Quick Fang, and this one is a lightweight frame. So you launch a heavy dash attack, and heavy attacks are stronger with full energy. This one can also roll with Assassin's Blade, so sword kills boost movement speed and damage. Look at that one. Looks really, really nice. So for all those hunters out there, get ready for getting hold of this sword. It's really, really good. And finally, for the Warlocks, we've got another class sword. This one is Eternity's Edge. This one is a vortex frame, so you launch a heavy spin attack, and heavy attacks are stronger with full energy. Also comes with Whirlwind Blade, so rapid sword strikes increase this weapon's damage for short duration, and guarding also ends the effect. Really good. We got the class swords coming back. Another headline, I think, is Fatebringer has been confirmed. So this one is a legendary kinetic hand cannon. It's an adaptive frame with a well-rounded grip that's reliable and it's sturdy. And importantly, it can roll with Firefly. So this is a returning perk where precision kills with the weapon increase the reload speed and cause the target to explode, dealing solar damage to nearby enemies. We've got that original Firefly back. So really, really exciting stuff. So it's going to be on Fatebringer, and also should be on Hung Jury too. We've got other Vault of Glass weapons as well. So we've got the Vision of Confluence, that's a scout rifle. We've got Praedith's Revenge, that's a sniper. We've got Found Verdict, that's a shotgun. We've got Corrective Measure, that is a machine gun. We've got Heathen's Vengeance, that is a rocket launcher. And we've also got the armor sets too for the Vault of Glass. So Vault of Glass coming out on the 22nd of May. We've only got 11 days to wait for that. It's going to be really, really exciting. Can't wait for the Vault of Glass to come back. It's just simply, hands down, the best raid that Bungie, I think, have ever brought out. The other legendary weapons of note, I did want to highlight Ignition Code. This is a kinetic grenade launcher. This one is a lightweight frame, so one-shot handheld grenade launcher with remote detonation. We fire and then release to detonate. It looks like this one comes from the new 6-person activity. They're really, really exciting. So you can now essentially have a grenade launcher in each slot of relevant weapons. That's really, really good. And look at it. I love the design of these new weapons. Really, really cool stuff. The next legendary weapon I wanted to bring up is Shayura's Wrath. And this is a legendary energy submachine gun. So this is the new Trials weapon. We did get a new Trials weapon, which is really, really good. So they didn't really speak about this one before, but it's great to see this one being confirmed. So this is a precision frame energy submachine gun, where the weapon's recoil pattern is much more predictably vertical. And this one can also roll with celerity, increases the weapon handling and reload speed, and you gain the following effects while you're the last living member of your fire team. You get increased target acquisition, increased handling and reload speed, and reduced flinch from incoming fire. That one looks, I mean, it looks amazing. I mean, look at that. Look at the design on that. It looks perfect. And also Celerity is getting a rework this season. That one could be really good. Another legendary weapon I wanted to draw your attention to was the legendary Kinetic shotgun, and this is an Iron Banner weapon. And look at that. It looks really, really beautiful. I love the weapon design this season. Once again, Bungie absolutely knocking it out of the park. But this one is a lightweight frame. It's got superb handling. You can move faster with the weapon equipped. It also comes with Eye of the Storm, so the weapon becomes more accurate and boosts handling as your health gets lower. Kind of looks like Mindbender's Ambition. Yeah, really, really like that. There's going to be some really good perks in there as well. Look at that. Look at that perk pool. So talking about perks, I wanted to have a focus on the new perks this season, because it looks like the perk team have been going away and doing some design work. So let's get this focused there like that. We've got some new perks, starting off with Adrenaline Junkie. So grenade final blows grant bonus damage and handling for a moderate duration. I think DMG referred to that one in last week's TWAB. We've got Cornered, so faster charge time or draw time when surrounded by combatants. We've got Danger Zone, so the blast radius of this weapon increases when surrounded by combatants. We got the old classic Firefly, so precision kills with this weapon increase the reload speed and cause the target to explode, dealing solar damage to nearby enemies. We've got Heating Up, so final blows of the weapon increase accuracy and stability while improving vertical recoil. We've also got Liquid Cooling, so final blows of the weapon enable a charge shot for a short duration. So target hit by the shot are instantly frozen. That looks really, really good. We've got Rewind Rounds as well, so when the weapon's magazine is empty, it refills from the reserves based on the number of hits. We've got Temporal Unlimiter. I think this one comes on the Vex Mythoclast, so defeating targets builds stacks of overcharge. We've also got Tunnel Vision, so reloading after a defeated target greatly increases target acquisition and aim down sight speed for a short duration. Loads of new perks there, really, really excited to get my hands on some new weapons with all those new perks. Finally today, I wanted to have a look at the Stasis Aspects and the Fragments. First of all, let's have a look at the Aspects. We've got Diamond Lance, so shatter or defeat targets with stasis abilities to create a Stasis Lance. We've got Glacial Harvest, so freezing targets create stasis shards around the frozen targets, and higher tier combatants create more shards. We've also got Touch of Winter, so your Glacier, Dustfield or Cold Snap grenades have enhanced functionality, and given how OP Stasis is, I kind of shudder to think what that enhanced functionality is. We've also got some new fragments too, so we've got Whisper of Conduction, the nearby stasis shard tracks to your position. We've got Whisper of Hunger, so increases the melee energy gained from picking up stasis shards. And we've got Whisper of Rending. The kinetic weapons do increase damage to stasis crystals and frozen targets. And finally, we've got Whisper of Rhyme, so collecting a stasis shard grants a small amount of overshield which falls off after 10 seconds. That sounds really, really interesting. Well, hopefully the honeydew and the chicken errors will end soon, and hopefully Bungie are getting on to fixing things so we can get in there and get our hands on this new loot. Really, really looking forward to it. Loads of changes this season, and we'll be back later on with more videos. But let me know down in the comments what loot you're looking forward to get your hands on in Season of the Splicer. And as always, thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again. See you soon.